Greetings and welcome to Unlimited Ink and Notary Star's printing tutorial. Today our printing tutorial is going to show you how to print on mixed legal and letter size paper. Now, legal size paper is 8.5 by 14 inches and letter size paper is 8.5 by 11 inches. So the width of the paper is the same at 8.5 inches. And the length is what is different. So legal length is 14 inches and letter length is 11 inches. You will need a dual tray printer to print mixed legal and letter size paper. There are two things that you want to do before you go and try to print your documents. First thing, you need to make sure your printer trays are set to legal and letter. So one tray is set to legal and one tray is set to letter size paper in your printer settings on your PC and on your printer itself. So you'll need to go into your printer preferences on your PC and make sure the trays are set there. And also on your physical printer, you need to make sure the settings on your physical printer or your printer software is set so each tray is designated to print either letter or legal. This is going to be our sample deed of trust that we're going to work off of today. And first thing that we want to do is pull up our Adobe print preview screen. You always want to make sure you are printing from the Adobe software installed on your computer. So print from the Adobe application itself on your PC. You do not want to print from the web version, and you don't want to print from any other software as well or any other websites. Otherwise, you might have some challenges with your print. So in order to do so, you're going to pull up the Adobe PDF that you want printed. Take your mouse, click on File at the top left. Drop-down menu will appear. You're going to click on Print. And this is going to be your Adobe Print Preview screen. You can also access this by a keyboard shortcut by holding down Control-P. First thing we want to do is select our printer. So I'm going to select my Brother printer. These two boxes, print in grayscale, black and white, and save ink and toner. We do recommend unchecking these to ensure you have a clean print, especially with print in grayscale and black and white, because you might get some specks on your print, some weird shading around the letters. We see this a lot at Unlimited Ink on our assignments, especially when the notary is printing a closing package that is a scanned PDF, meaning title already printed out the closing package, they printed out their documents, they merged them, and then they rescanned them in as a PDF. And it just picks up a lot of the gray shading on the paper that you won't see to the naked eye, but when Adobe sends a signal to the printer, sometimes you're going to get weird specks and shadings around the letters, and you don't want that because title may reject your documents. Down at page size and handling, always select shrink oversize pages. Whether you're printing mixed legal and letter, all legal, this is the one that you want always checked. Because if you click on actual size, and a lot of the lender instructions say to do actual size, but some of the text might get chopped off at the end. And by clicking shrink oversized pages, Adobe will ensure that all of the text shows up on your print and none of it is going to be chopped off at the margins. This is the next button that you want checked, is choose paper source by PDF page size. By checking this box, Adobe is going to recognize the paper size on each piece of paper in the closing package. And you can see that over here in our print preview screen. If I have all selected, you can comb through each page of the closing package and see how each page is sized. And by this box being checked, it's going to auto detect how big the paper is. And if I go over to the deed of trust, you can see it changes to 8.5 by 14 inches. If I go over to our help PDF, it changes over to 8.5 by 11 inches. So Adobe is detecting the paper size on the PDF, and it sends that signal to your printer so your printer knows what pages to print on letter and what pages to print on legal. Now, once this box is checked, what you want to keep in mind is it overrides whatever paper size is selected in page setup. So if you click on page setup, this is where you can select specific paper size. So down here is letter, legal, and all sorts of other different options. click on OK. But if I have letter or legal selected in here, as long as this box is checked, it's going to override whatever you have selected in here. So it really doesn't matter what paper size you have selected because this box is checked. Once you have all these settings correct, you're going to click on print, and your printer is going to print a mixed legal and letter size closing package. I'm going to cancel this out and we will look at our tutorial. This will be available to you to download and use as a reference. And this just recaps what we just talked about. Make sure your printer is selected here. Print grayscale, black and white, save ink and toner is unchecked. Always select shrink oversized pages. For mixed legal and letter printing, click the box that says choose paper source by PDF page size. Once your settings match this, you'll click on print and you'll get a clean print of a mixed legal and letter size closing package. That concludes our printing tutorial today of printing mixed legal and letter size paper. If you are on an assignment with unlimited ink and you need some assistance printing, please reach out to us. If you are a member of Notary Stars and you have further questions, please reach out to Notary Stars and one of our trainers will help you out. We appreciate you attending today's training. If you have any questions, again, please ask. Happy signings, and we hope you have a wonderful week.